was like, whoa.
Back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. So y'all, I made a pick and I hit on a 19 times winning entry. So if y'all are watching and not playing, you're missing out. Make sure y'all sign up on the Underdog app. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including Georgia, Texas, and Missouri, just to name a few. They're dropping a whole bunch of promos all season long, so make sure you guys check the app to see what's live right now. If you're new, use code It Is What It Is when you sign up. Play $5 and they'll drop $50 in bonus funds your way. That's right, $50, y'all. So use code It Is What It Is and let's run it up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam.
Killer was good, man.
What's up, Murder? How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How you?
I can't complain, man. It's great, man.
Yeah, the money came in.
yeah. I got your birthday present. Yo, I promise you tomorrow I'm bringing it in. It's actually in the car, but I want to give it to you on air tomorrow. I'm going to bring the birthday present in because I'm going to be honest with you. The last 2 years, I kind of been leaning it. You know what? You got a fucked up birthday. I'm be honest with you. The reason I say that is because this. The reason I say that is this because growing up, for people who don't know, so when you play super biddies, midgets, juniors, seniors, the cutoff date for the next age is September 1st. So like if you're 12 years old, let's say you playing biddy basketball. If you turn 13 September 1st, you could play 12 and under.
Yeah.
But May's birthday the 28th, so it's like he's 3 days under. And I would be mad about that. And I ain't gonna lie, the last...
I never got my real year.
Yeah, they should have put a 5-day waiver on it. Like, yo, if it's 5 days below September 1st, you could play. You always have to play with the older group because you missed the cutoff date by 3 days. And to be honest with you, I'm going to make up for it this birthday because I kind of was using that for the show. Like, well, we don't film till September 1st. Mace, because he give me something for my birthday every year. Mace always gives me something for my birthday, but I've been like, well, you know, his birthday is, he missed the cutoff date. We don't come back to September 1st. So this birthday, I'm making up for the other birthdays that I missed, man. So I appreciate it, man. Word.
Good stuff. Today we are joined with our analyst, Michael Irvin.
Mike, what's good?
What's up,
Mike, what's going on?
What's happening, man?
Hey, man.
Some crazy football going on, right?
Hey, yo, real quick, Mike and...
Great football.
Yeah, great
What's
football.
that, Cam?
Real quick, Mike, Stat, and Mace, before we even get to football, did y'all know that Ben Simmons retired?
Wow.
Did he really?
I thought he'd been retired. I thought he was just stealing niggas' money all these years. But he has officially retired from basketball, Mike. What do you think about that, Mike and Mason?
I did not know that. I did not hear that.
Yeah.
And I guess he probably wanted to creep away as quietly as he could after how that thing played out. Can you imagine, though? Wow. I've never seen anything like that because Ben Simmons started out with all kind of promise.
Right.
And it was just that one little thing, man. It tells you how powerful the mind is.
Right.
How strong the mind is. So yeah, I praying for him. I know he's somewhere very rich and he should be okay the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But wow, that's surprising.
Right. What you feel about it, Murder?
Oh, man. I wish him well.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say? That's it?
That's all I got to say.
Can't wait. Do y'all understand? Think about this. I'm a football player. Everything I am is wrapped up and wrapped around playing football. So I identify with it. It's what got me through life, all of my life, what gave me such a great life. Now, this dude, he's wandering around who the hell am I? I mean, I thought I was a basketball player.
Right.
Then I couldn't even put the ball in the basket anymore.
Right.
And I couldn't even shake the idea that I couldn't put the ball in the basket anymore.
Right.
And yeah, he has some finances, but boy, I bet you he has some going through some issues, going through some things.
Yeah, I think he probably figured out that basketball, not just basketball, wasn't for him. He probably figured something else out that he wanted to do with his life. Because I don't think you retire this early and not have something else to do. You know, as you playing basketball and the money you make from the sport, that when you leave this sport, you got to have something to live off of. So I wouldn't think there's a lot of people just sit on the bench and collect a check. So he could have done that at least for 3 to 4 more years. But
he did enough for that. He did enough for that.
Exactly, and that's where I was going, Mike. I was exactly going where you're going.
For that now. We ain't feeling sorry for him one bit.
At all. And to be honest with you, I don't know if it's because if we coming off. It's Monday morning, it's the weekend. I don't know what the fuck Mace talking about. Mace called him Balenciaga Ben. He's a model. He's stealing money from the NBA. I don't know why the team still want him. This was not Mace's point of view for the last 2 years on Ben Simmons. We was talking about how he was just robbing niggas. He come to the game in all type of designer. He's messing with one of the Jenner sisters. And we felt that he'd been robbing the NBA for a while. Now, I think Stat just told me he's been in the NBA 10 seasons. I don't know if it's 10 or 11 where you get your pension, but I believe he retired because he figured that he played long enough to get a pension at least. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't have retired just yet.
Ben's money way past pension money. Ben's money, the money Ben has made, Ben was like the first pick. Ben made way past pension money. Ben ain't even gonna touch his pension, and he still got plenty of money.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
My thing is this. In life, you run towards something, or you're running from something. Now he's still able to play, and he's leaving the league. Mace, you just talked about it. That maybe he's got something else to run to. That's one thing, and I hope he does, because I'm telling you, if this is just something he's running from, that's a hard place.
But what if he figured out he wants to model? He's always been looking in that direction, it seemed like. What if he want to be the first person that's like a 6'10" model?
Mace, I don't know where you at today. You've been dissing Ben Simmons for 2 years.
You've been dissing Ben Simmons.
I ran into Ben Simmons. We almost got into it. Me and Ben Simmons almost had an altercation. He ain't like the way I was talking about him. But listen, man, I got a job to do, and I'm not going to say and act like we ain't see you been stealing money. But like Mike said about him playing, think about this. Like Mike said, they were saying that if he got a jump shot, he would be the next LeBron. You got to realize when he was in Philadelphia, he's a 3-time All-Star. Him and Joel Embiid looked like they were promising to take Philadelphia.
Hands on the floor. Both hands on the floor.
Right, absolutely.
Offense and defense.
Right, absolutely. He just couldn't shoot the ball. And one thing about it is them Philly fans is tough, man. And once them boys tough over there in Philly. And I believe not just him being discouraged, the fans discouraged him, and that took him somewhere else as well. Not only that, he did all type of games was being played to get traded. I remember he didn't want to play for Philly anymore, and he would started practicing with his cell phone in his sweatpants, and Doc Rivers had to kick him out of practice and all this shit to get traded. And then it didn't work out in Brooklyn, and we just seen a landslide ever since then. I think it's the right thing to do instead of stealing a person's roster spot and a couple of dollars that they could get.
Yeah. I'm just hoping he has some peace with it. Whatever he's doing, I hope he has some peace with it. Now also, being modeling or being doing movies, when I used to do Best Damn Sports Show, my good friend John Sallin, he used to try to do movies, and I was doing like The Longest Yard then, and we were doing a show together. And John would come into my dressing room, and I'd be like, Negro, ain't nobody go hire no 7-foot actor. You know what I'm saying? Who else you gonna have to act around you? You see what I mean? So it's just hard for even Ben if that's the route that he's trying to go. I know he likes skin and all that stuff, but
Okay, I do want to add. So he didn't officially retire, and since he was drafted in 2016, we do know that he's went through a lot of injuries. So that's why I understand kind of this mindset that's like, okay, maybe it's time for him to go into a different career. Maybe he should model. So hopefully he does figure that out because, I mean, you guys did give a really nice answer, but like he has only played like 18 games
been injured.
last season. Like it's time.
How much they paying Ben?
Right.
How much they giving Ben? Because Killer said he's stealing.
Bro, one season he got like 20 million. He's stealing, bro.
20 million and making 2 points?
Yeah, the nigga 6'10" and can't make a layup, bro.
That gotta be mental though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It gotta be like, for real. It gotta be mental.
Listen. When stuff like that, if you can't put that ball in that hole, in the hoop, do you know what other kind of problems you can imagine Ben Simmons is having? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. He ain't putting nothing in nothing. Ain't nothing working. If he can't put that ball in the basket, he ain't putting nothing in nothing.
So I'm taking what I'm taking from Mike is Mike saying he can't even put the dick in the pussy pause. That's what I get from what you're saying, Mike. That he can't put it in no hole.
Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing.
Mike said he can't put it in no hole.
Mike, you wildin' today, Mike. It's too early for that, Mike.
This thing don't stop there. Y'all know it's all mental and it's all ego. If you ain't got none of that, what you think you got going on? You know what I'm saying?
Fam, imagine a nigga about to get some pussy and she be like, Ben, you're not putting it in the basket. You're missing the whole hole.
Cam, she does this, Cam. She said, I tell you what, baby. If you can shoot this in the garbage can, you can have some.
Yeah. No, Mike, pause, Mike. What I'm saying is imagine when he go to insert, pause. He missing the hole down there. He can't put it in the basket nowhere. Oh, man.
That's a hell of a farewell, man. Y'all let that man rest in peace. I mean, let that man rest in peace.
Oh, shit.
His career can rest in peace. It's okay.
Mike, that's wild, Mike.
Yo, Mike, because listen, I know Stat ain't going to bring this up. Stat ain't going to bring this up, and we got to get to what we got to get to. But I guess you wasn't happy because the Cowboys ain't winning. We talked about it when you wasn't on the show. But what the fuck happened?
Yeah, you over there trying to talk about Ben.
Yeah.
No. This is that's a perfect lead segue to get into this. But this is what they call in our world a hell of an anomaly. It's something that don't never happen that you got a chance to witness. Because 88 don't leave footballs on the ground like that, And that's all it would have taken. That's all it would have taken. If he would have made those plays, the Cowboys would have won the game and won it just like I told you they were going to win it. And Dak Prescott did play like MVP. I give the Eagles credit. They won that game. They found a way to win the game, and that's what champions do. So I give them credit. But that was okay for the first game for the Cowboys.
Always a
You was happy with y'all performance, huh?
Well, no. I mean, listen. I watched this thing carefully. Because like I said, all of us have at least two of us in each of us. So when Miles Sanders broke out, he was gone. That was it. That would have given us the lead. I don't know why, for the life of me, this dude didn't just cut back. It was a one-on-one race. If a guy's coming up on one side of you, all you got to do is cut. You kill the angle. He'll never touch you, never run you down. And then a few plays later when he fumbled, it was hard to keep that old Fort Lauderdale Mike quiet. He started talking about his conspiracy. Miles a double H. And I said, shut up, boy. Stop that mess. You see what I'm saying? I had to come back to reality. But if Miles Sanders would have just made that one cut, that game is over.
First of all, Mike, that's not what happened. Okay. Second of all, before I get to what happened, Dak played lights out. Dak played lights out. Did you just throw a shot at Ceedee Lamb though? Because you said 88 don't drop passes, and he dropped. We all seen him drop at least 3-4 passes. We seen it, and you said, and he's wearing number 88, which is your number.
An anomaly? Look up. An anomaly is something that never ever happens, but it happened this time. It won't happen again. That's what I know.
Yo, Murder, let me ask you
Mike
something.
Mike tried to throw him under the bus and still keep it
if Ceedee Lamb wears 88,
No, and let me say this too.
and Mike wears 88, and he says 88 don't drop passes.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about himself too.
No, I knew he was talking about. He's talking about Ceedee because everybody knows Ceedee dropped 3 passes. So Mike threw a shot at Ceedee without really throwing a shot at him, and now he called it an anomaly to try. He tried
But it's a double entendre though, because he's saying 88 don't drop passes.
Yes, but that's Mike's point. Mike's point is this. This is why he doesn't want his number retired.
You can't get me sideways with my
Hey, yo, Mike.
I ain't no use to you trying
Mike,
to rub an elbow over here, rub an elbow over there, get me in trouble. Let me tell you, that air. I get people texting me all the time when Ceedee drops a ball, right? And you know what they said? I bet you would have caught that. The real 88 would have caught that. I was like, nigga, shut up texting me this. My team is losing right now. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. So stop telling me like you
The
make
real
that makes me
88.
feel good.
Then why be the real 88?
Don't be telling me nothing like that.
Why
And
be the
don't
real
try
88,
this.
Mike? Why be the real 88
What's
then?
that?
Why be the real 88 then if you don't want them texting you that?
The real 88 is on the field. He's the only 88 that can play. I can't take my old ass out there. So
See,
he's the real 88.
this Mike is good, man. See, this is what I'm trying to say.
Spin
Mike,
doctor.
This is what he does. He says he don't want his jersey retired because when 88's in the field, it's a representation of him. But he still wants to stay. But he throw a shot at you because he say 88 don't drop passes, but then he covers himself and says it's an anomaly. So therefore he covers his bases. And then I got him down pat. Then he says it's like something that never happens. But then he just says,
Happens
but
tonight.
hold on, Murder. But then he says, every time he drops passes, niggas call me. So that means he drops passes a lot if niggas be calling you all the time.
Who's calling you? That's Mike, Mike, wait.
Most drops in the NFL since 2020.
There are two ways you...
Mike. The man has more drops than anybody since 2020, Mike.
No. Ceedee had 6 drops last year. One of the fewest guys. The fewest
Go ahead,
one of the fewest
stat.
drops.
Pull up the
Him having
stats.
3 or 4 drops.
Since entering the league,
what's
it
that?
says he has 35 total drops, the most of any player in that span. Ceedee Lamb.
Yeah, sent to it, but I'm talking about last year. He went through.
Oh, no.
I
We can't make this up.
respect it.
He went through transformation. Remember when Ceedee came in, Ceedee was playing the number 2 receiver behind Amari.
No.
And then Amari left and he became the number 2. Number 1. There were things in the beginning of Ceedee becoming number 1, especially wearing 88, especially the Cowboys, that I thought even had to catch him. You know, so many people were always going to be in his area early on, and he did let a few balls go. We had a conversation about that years ago, you know, about certain ways, and I was just talking to him about certain ways to kind of prevent some of the things. When everybody's in your space, that's why you catch in your body, things like that, because he's number 1 and everybody's going to be around him. But since then, Ceedee has been great. Ceedee made some of the best catches in the NFL.
We know you got to go back to Jerry's world, so this is why you're saying this. Let me ask you a question, and I know the answer. It's kind of rhetorical, but I still want you to answer the question.
that?
What number has he been wearing since he entered the NFL?
Ceedee?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
88 has the most drop passes since 2020. You just said the niggas is always calling you, talk about every time he dropped the ball.
35
niggas is still calling. Times 5, because it's 5 niggas calling him.
Yeah, you heard Mike, he dropped the ball again.
Yeah. Niggas always, Mike told me, I don't want to hear my team losing. Yo, listen, man, we understand you got a relationship with Ceedee Lamb.
Mike, why are they calling you? Mike, why are they calling you?
Receiver in the National Football League. Y'all cannot mess with him. And I love that he stated, those are the plays I dream of. He says on him. That's what a real leader does. That's what a playmaker does. Now
you want to give him your nickname, the playmaker.
Now he playmaker.
Yo, listen, man. What I'm trying to say is this.
He makes the play
Listen, Mike, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you
Mike,
this,
they
man.
can see you like Cam used to tell me, man.
You know we can see you. First of all, let me tell you something, right?
What's that?
if Mace is walking and I accidentally trip him, I'm gonna be like, yo, you know what, Mace, I'm sorry. I tripped you. I can't be like, yo, why you walking like that? What are you talking about? He took accountability. Yeah, we see you drop the passes. You better not say nothing else but it's my fault. You better not say, nah, well, if Dak would have put a little more zip on it, we see you, nigga. You talking about he make accountability. He had no other choice but to take accountability, Mike. And now you not taking accountability. We start the season off with you saying you have to take accountability. This is how we start the season off. And now you're not even taking accountability, being a fair analyst.
Accountability because I told you this was an anomaly.
Anomaly. We get it. It was an anomaly.
You don't become the top receiver in the NFL with drop passes.
He is not the top receiver.
He's not the top receiver. He's not the top receiver, Mike.
He's not the top receiver,
Mike,
bro.
$35 million a year and 35 drops since 2020, Mike.
Let me ask you this, man.
Is he better than Jamar Chase?
Ceedee's a top three receiver.
No, come on, man. He's not better than Jefferson or Chase. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. You got to stop this, Mike. He's not better than either one of them, bro.
Who else you gonna put in there? If you go Jamar and Justin, or Justin and Jamar, then you got to go Ceedee after that. So that's what I'm telling you.
I'm gonna take Puka Bear out with the Rams before Ceedee right now. What's my nigga name? Puka Nakua, nigga. I'm taking Puka Nakua, nigga, over Ceedee, nigga. Yeah, I'm going Puka Bear over Ceedee, nigga. Yeah, listen. Secondly, what I say, because I know we got to get to the games that happened last night. I know one thing for sure, two things for certain, that nigga Jalen Hurts had all day with no Michael Parsons. That nigga was skipping, he was waving to the crowd. Before every pass, he was doing all type of shit, dancing. Then he was scrambling. He had the most rushing. He had more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley. He had more rushing yards than Saquon. No Micah niggas was doing whatever they wanted to do.
Deliver that. You know, I like the way you're trying to deliver it. I like that. You know,
that ain't a fact?
Where's your accountability?
That ain't a fact.
Now you want to deliver it where Jalen Hurts. He looks so great. He had more yards than Saquon Barkley. Why don't you deliver it? I know they ain't getting no pressure on Jalen Hurts, but boy, they shut down Saquon. He had 2,500 yards rushing last year. See, it's all the delivery. It's how you see things, how you deliver things. I say the Cowboys shut down the run, the best running game in the National Football League without Michael Parsons.
How they shut
down?
They
didn't get to run the ball to him.
Yeah, how they shut them down if they lost?
But not only that, Murder, what he's trying to say is
60 yards.
Yeah, he had 60 yards, but how much Jalen Hurts had? 72 rushing yards? Which is that ain't crazy?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts rushed for more yards than that.
I just said that.
Yeah, you did.
Like we ain't. You know what, Murder? We gotta move on because there's it's nothing we could do.
Wait, can't wait. Look, listen. Look at it right way. Okay, so that means you telling me you taking the broken plays that Jalen Hurts plays were broken plays, broken runs where everybody's everywhere. Philadelphia and Saquon Barkley, those were the design runs. So when you design, they got stopped. What you designed got stopped. You can fix the brokenness by keep making sure everybody stays in their lane. But what you want to walk out of a game with, knowing I stopped your design. You beat me on the holy moly roly stuff, but I stopped your design. And that's what they did.
Would that happen if Michael Parsons was there?
Will they be able to stop the run like that?
No, would Jalen Hurts have? Listen, y'all had a great job on Saquon Barkley. We get that.
He stuffed the middle of the field. He played well. You got to give him credit.
Why you can't just give me a yes or no, Mike? I understand y'all had a great job with Saquon Barkley. Would Jalen Hurts have been running like that if Micah Parsons was there? That's all I'm saying. With the holy moly roly, whatever you want to call it.
You know what? And I watched Michael Parsons today. You saw how he ran down.
Yes.
The boy behind.
And he supposed to have been hurt and all that.
That I give you. He covers ground. He does cover ground. But
The answer is no. It wouldn't have happened if Micah Parsons was there. It's just a yes or no question. The answer is hell no. It would not have happened if Micah Parsons was there.
Micah would have been somewhere closer. Somewhere closer to him. You're right. I'll give you that.
Real quick, just back to the receiver, just to give, Mike his flowers, because he did say Ceedee is top 3 receiver in the league, and I would agree with that as well. So I'm going to give him that credit, because when you think Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Ceedee, I would put him in that category. And Mace, you're not off the hook, because we're going to talk about the Chiefs too. Two teams that lost, but let's get into...
I'm going to be honest with you, and it's just because I'm going to be honest with you, and it's only because Tua is always hurt and not available and everything. I'm putting Tyreek Hill over fucking Ceedee Lamb when he has a good, decent quarterback. And when Tyreek Hill has a decent quarterback and his quarterback is available.
Nobody can refute that on this show.
Yeah, so he can sit there and say that absolutely all he wants.
Tyreek
Hill, when he has a good quarterback and they on the same page, he is a top 3 receiver. Ceedee Lamb can go right behind him, pause if they want.
And wait his turn.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a fact, Jack.
What you think about that, Stat? Florida native?
I mean, I think Tyreek Hill is great, but we're also going based off the situation. We're saying if Tua was in the best health, and we know that he hasn't been playing how he should, so we have to go based off
Tyreek
of what we're seeing.
like that.
But we have to go, he is like that. That's not even a conversation, but I'm saying we're going based off of what we see right now.
He don't drop the passes like Ceedee.
And that's unfortunate because, yes, like he was saying, Ceedee didn't have that slot until the other guy retired. But what I'm saying is, to Mike's credit, I will give him that, and I respect it.
I'll take AJ Brown. I'll take Mike Evans, nigga. I'll take
Mike
Nico.
Evans.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen.
You take Antonio Brown?
No, I said AJ Brown. I said AJ Brown.
And he's tough too.
Yeah, man. We gonna say it. Stop all the Ceedee Lamb shit, man.
I'm gonna take Antonio Brown.
I take Antonio Brown.
That's what he said. I said AJ Brown.
I take Antonio Brown over Ceedee Lamb right now.
I'll take a healthy. I'll be honest with you. I'll take a healthy Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I like Stephon Diggs when he active. They're like, look, Ceedee is in a bowl. It's 3 niggas. Justin Jefferson.
That was crazy, Kill.
Yeah, okay, you got it.
Yeah,
pause. Okay,
exactly.
pause.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming in with because he was getting way too far out there.
Yo, the whole PT. Keep it on it. The whole 10 minutes. Mike, the whole first 7 minutes. Nick, you know what? The first 5 minutes. Edit Mike up for the clips later on today. Since Mike, you was going crazy. You talking about, I forget what you was saying, but you was going crazy. But no problem.
What you talking about?
You was bugging earlier.
Yeah, catching on his body. All that.
Yeah, you was saying something. We was letting you say a bunch of stuff, Mike.
Yo, Mike was going wild.
Okay, so we got to get into Sunday's games. There was a lot of really good ones. Let's start with the Bills versus the Ravens. The Bills beat the Ravens 41-40 in a crazy comeback win. This was a great game. Mike, how did the Bills stay alive? Was this the outcome you were expecting?
It was an outcome I was expecting. I didn't expect the Bills to actually win the game. And what I surmised watching this game, because I went in thinking, Baltimore's the best team in the National Football League. And I left this game thinking, Baltimore's the best team in the National Football League. It's just Buffalo got Michael Jordan. They got the best player in the National Football League right now. And what the way Josh Allen is playing and how calm he is, he's gotten married. So I guess, he's a little bit more focused and everything. But he looked like it. He looked like it Sunday night, man. He looked great. I said Baltimore. I still think we'll certainly see these two teams. And right now, they look like the two teams that'll be playing in the AFC Championship game. Because, Mace, them Chiefs don't look like they were chiefing. At all.
Mike, we on Buffalo. Pause. What are you talking about, Mike? Stay on the subject. Stay on the subject, Mike.
Mike, it's all good. You ain't lying, though.
Yeah, Mike,
you ain't lying, though.
Because you know who said Buffalo is going to win? Me, that's who. Not you, Mike. Not Killer. Killer
I
went
did
for
pick Buffalo.
You did?
You always, you always say yes, man. I don't know how you do it, bro. I don't know how you always.
I picked Buffalo.
Okay.
Y'all pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Every
my
week is
goodness.
different.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah, thanks.
That is a long
Thank you.
football season.
Thank you.
A wise man once told me, "It's 15 other more weeks."
It's actually 17 weeks of
16.
games.
I know, but that was just one game.
No problem. But you picked them to win, like Stat said. I picked them to win too, though. I picked the Chiefs.
It's an anomaly. That boy good.
He's fast, man. He's fast on his feet, man.
It's bad. It's an anomaly for them to look this bad.
Look at Mike trying to stick
Mike.
with the anomaly for today's word.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, murder, man. What you got to say about the game? But go ahead. That was good, though.
Yeah, I'm going to rest on that. It's an anomaly.
Yeah.
What would you say, Killer?
Listen, Baltimore had a chance to win. Listen, they was up 14 points or 15. Well, 14 points, I believe, with 4 minutes left. Derrick Henry fumbled, and it just was an avalanche after that. They look really good for 3.5 quarters. But to Mike's point, bro, Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen is like he said, Patrick Mahomes looked good. He looked decent. But this is almost looking like, and it's been some years, and we can't say nothing until at least Josh gets a couple rings.
Yeah.
But between last night's game and the last couple seasons, even though I know that they didn't get to the Super Bowl, it's kind of like when Michael Jordan was passing Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, because it was Magic Bird and Larry Johnson's league, and they like, yo,
Right.
the new nigga, he coming up, man. It's taking him some time, but he's on the rise, man. 394 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. The kid is really, really amazing. And then what's most incredible to me is that, not really, I wouldn't use the word incredible, was last season when they said, well, Stephon Diggs is going, the safety blanket is going, what's he going to do? Well, he went out and won the MVP. That's what he did. And last night, it looked like he was the guy who was the reigning MVP. So much credit to Josh Allen in Buffalo, but I would say it's more Baltimore giving the game away than actually Buffalo winning the game. That's what I will say. But these two teams look really, really good, and I can't disagree what Mike said about them maybe being an AFC championship, especially how poorly my Cincinnati Bengals played. They won the game, but they looked terrible all day. Especially, I don't know if we'll get to that today, but the Browns missed field goals and everything else. Cincinnati might have lost, but these two teams look spectacular. And Josh Allen looked like the reigning MVP that he is.
Okay. Now let's get into. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, you brought up something, and when you talk about Josh, I remember when they had Stephon Diggs, and I was on air somewhere, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like everybody was telling Josh, think, and I said, why everybody why do they do that? I know he's sick of that. He has to take control of this team, because to me, it makes it look like everybody's saying, you're a dummy. But then they got rid of Stephon Diggs, and I'm telling you, this dude different. He was always, that's a great analogy you using Michael Jordan when he had to get past Magic, Bird, and Detroit.
Yeah, Isaiah now.
Detroit. Right, and Isaiah now. And right now, Josh has to get past Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. But right now, he's the baddest man in the league. He's him.
Mm-hmm. You got 7 different receivers for over 20 yards. He's and not only that, for how big he is, he could run. Actually, he had on, not saying there was a lot, but 30 yards rushing. The kid's a big boy, man. It isn't like he's agile like Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes. He gets in there and runs you over. He almost has a Derrick Henry mentality when you try to come tackle him. He's not sliding like that. He's coming and run you over when he starts running the football. So he looked really good last night.
When y'all
And the thing is, too, Cam, one thing, Lamar, I love him. But here's the issue. Always with Baltimore in tight games, something goes wrong. Something goes wrong. Something goes down. Last year, Mark Andrews dropped the ball. This time a fumble. You get in those games when it gets tight, something goes wrong. Now, even though after they fumbled, Baltimore still got that ball back, and they needed to go get a first down, and that's where Lamar has to rise up and do the Josh Allen. Josh Allen would not let his team lose every crucial play they needed. He made.
Oh, man. I hear you guys, but I don't agree with either one of you. When it comes to Josh Allen, I'm looking at him like he's the same age as Pat Mahomes. It's not like he's a young nigga coming up. Patrick Mahomes already won the championships, and he's the same age. In fact, Josh Allen is older than Patrick Mahomes. Did you know that, Mike?
Yes. Yeah, but Josh came a different route, too. Josh came in as a project in a way. Very gifted, very talented. More of a runner than a quarterback. And just like Lamar, he's learning how to play the game from the pocket and run when he has to. That's what's making him so dangerous. Lamar looked phenomenal, too, now. Lamar looks like he's so in control of a game and in his team until it gets down to those tight moments. You have to make those plays. He had to get that first down. And then, I don't know, the last play, remember, he walks up to DeAndre Hopkins on the 3rd and 10, and then he throws an in route, and they're like a yard short. Why'd you walk up to him? If you want to walk up to him and you tell everybody I'm throwing to him, you got to tell him, Joker, make sure you get past the marker because we don't have another play. We got to punt after this. So, yeah, it's just those little crucial things that they mess up every time. Baltimore does. And guys like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen steps right in and send them home. They have to overcome that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did the same thing in the playoffs last year. If you look back to it, it was the same type of play that he made, the same type of error, and it just speaks to like you said, the focus and the fortitude as a quarterback. Because you can have all of the talent that you want, but if you're not able to think the right play at the right time, then you won't win the championship.
Mason's right as far as age is concerned. I was just talking about the way he's going about it, because you're right. Bird and Magic was older by Jordan by a little bit, but I'm talking about career-wise, as far as him on the rise. A lot of people don't know that Josh Allen didn't have the eyes on him like a Patrick Mahomes. People don't even know Josh Allen went to junior college. He didn't even get D1 from the very beginning. He went junior college, then went D1, and then project. Yeah, like Mike says, a project. He didn't have the same travels that Pat Mahomes had, but Mason's right as far as age is concerned. I'm just saying the journey as far as getting past the best, but you're correct on that.
Okay.
Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes also landed with Andy Reid right out the box.
Off the box, out the box.
Better than that.
Right, absolutely
right. Out the box, you got Andy Reid. You know what I mean? Josh tried to feel his way with those coordinators.
Yep.
Okay, now we got to get into the Packers versus the Lions, but we will discuss after the break.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? New York and the tri-state area and all surrounding areas. Make sure you come out October 9th to my first comedy show, the Killer Comedy Show. Yeah, October 9th at the Beacon Theater. It's going to be crazy. Corey Holcomb, D. Ray Davis, Tony Rock, Jay Farrell. It's going to be crazy and more. October 9th. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster, the Killer Comedy Show.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. So today, the Bears will play the Vikings. Underdog has Justin Jefferson at 79.5 receiving yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
Higher.
Hi.
Okay, JJ McCarthy's at 221.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Lower.
Lower.
Okay, and Caleb Williams is at 291.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
Lower.
Yo, man, I hate this nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, not like I don't hate him. I don't hate Caleb Williams. I just don't. He gonna have to really prove something. I don't like niggas who lose and then what he had, a teddy bear or a dog? What he had after he lost when he was with USC and
he wanted his dog.
Wanted his puppy.
Yeah, it rubbed me the wrong way. Until he turned into a dog, not wanting his dog. Lower. I know every year it's supposed to be something new with the Bears. This the year with the Bears. Oh, this the year. Listen, man. They'll get him out of here in another 2 years if he don't produce neither. I don't know. I don't like a nigga who lose their game and want their puppy. I'm going lower.
Shout out Caleb Williams. Make sure y'all download the Underdog app and you can make your picks too. So we got to talk about the Packers versus the Lions. Detroit fans are mad right now because they were not expecting to start the season 0-1. Packers beat the Lions 27-13. Mike, how did that game make you feel about the Lions?
Well, that wasn't just a game. That was a beatdown. The Lions got beat down pretty good, to be honest with you. And it wasn't as close as even that score would say, So, I mean, they stayed in the backfield. They stayed all over Jared Goff. And it was, Michael's my very good friend. It was hard for me to watch them have that success, knowing they stole that piece from us like that. But I had to analyze it. I had to watch it. I had to just do my job, I had to do my job.
Stole a piece, man.
They did look good. I really do. They got so much speed offensively. They moved the ball down the field early, really look good. I watched the games today, and I'm watching. I'm like, okay, I like to see who do I think was the best team on game one. You know what I mean? And when I first saw Green Bay, they were in that category, of course, till I saw Baltimore go up and down the field. But Green Bay, I thought they looked good. And yes, you can see where Michael Parsons going to make a difference. And it's so funny that, Cam, you brought that up earlier, because that's exactly the kind of play Michael Parsons made, where he ran down the quarterback from behind. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because he's just the beast. He's that cheetah or that Lamborghini Dion talked about in that documentary.
Yeah, that sealed the deal. Good.
Are we ready to say that Detroit is not the team we thought they were going to turn into, or is it too early to say this?
I wouldn't say that.
Well, it might be too early. Let me tell you it's too early, but I'm going to tell you what has to happen real fast. Hey, that offensive coordinator and that offense gotta get going. They don't look anything like what they look like under Ben Johnson, who's now in Chicago, and trying to handle Caleb Williams. They got to get that offense going. They just don't have. They don't have the talent. They don't have the defense to stop teams like that all day.
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I've been watching a lot of different analysts, and a lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot, but it's a handful of analysts that have Jordy Love winning MVP this season. They're saying this is going to be his breakout year, especially with Michael Parsons coming, not just Jordy Love, but Green Bay as well. I think this was a real statement game for the division, saying, okay, Detroit, y'all been doing your thing the last couple of years. We're going to get back to who usually runs this motherfucking division, which is the Green Bay Packers. And that's how I took this game, as a statement game. But what Mike just said, it's clear that something's not clicking right on offense. They didn't get a touchdown to the fourth quarter. They didn't have a touchdown for 3 quarters, and they haven't got the touchdown. The game was over by that particular time. So to me, this wasn't necessarily about Detroit. It's over for Detroit, but Mike hit the nail on the head. You got to do something fast, because I think Green Bay is here to take the division back, and they made a statement saying, okay, this is what we're going to do. As well as Jordy Love, we got to think about this. Aaron Rodgers was up in arms when they drafted Jordy Love. This was part of the reasons he wanted to get out of Green Bay. Y'all never get a receiver for me. Y'all always drafting another player. I never get this. But the people who drafted Jordy Love seen this day coming. You don't draft a quarterback all the time unless it's a Cam Ward situation or situations where they come in and play right away. If you drafted somebody behind Aaron Rodgers, it's a succession plan for him. And this is the season that a lot of people are saying, this is why they drafted Jordy Love. And yesterday it kind of looked like they were right. We'll see what happens later on. But I think Green Bay is here to take the division back, but I don't think it's necessarily over for the Lions just yet.
Okay. And Aaron Rodgers led the Steelers to a 34-32 win versus the Jets. Mike, what did you think of Aaron Rodgers' Steelers debut and the game?
I thought, man, the agony of the Jet fan and what they must endure. Because Aaron Rodgers looked like the Aaron Rodgers they had been hoping for 2 years, the last 2 years. And I mean, he was throwing off, off balance throws, perfect throws. He made some great throws, 2 for 4 touchdowns, and played a great game. Pittsburgh looked like I wanted them to look when I told them, go get Aaron Rodgers. You got now somebody that really knows how to control an offense, and you add a running game to that. He was throwing that ball out to Warren and flats, man, and I'm telling you, Pittsburgh will be in the hunt because of Mike Tomlin and because of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he won't have to throw for 1 trillion yards, but he'll play efficiently, he'll play effectively, he'll give you touchdowns and not turnovers, and you give Mike Tomlin that, he can do some winning.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I like the way that Aaron Rodgers looked. We definitely was expecting this in New York. But I was more impressed, I'm not going to lie, with Justin Fields. It seemed like he came to play, and he looked like he probably made the Steelers regret not getting rid of him. He could have been a good QB too.
Well, what I'll say is this. To me, this was a revenge game for both teams. You got the quarterback who was quarterback in the Jets last year, quarterback in the Steelers, and then you got the quarterback who was quarterback in the Steelers, quarterback in for the Jets. Mace is absolutely right. Justin Fields looked really great. 2 rushing touchdowns,
really
1 pass. Yeah, 1 rushing touchdown. To me, the best 2 games to me that I seen yesterday was this game that we're talking about, and that Tampa Bay Atlanta game was a great game as well. That was one of the best games for me yesterday, outside of what fucking Buffalo did. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers looked great. And that's what you get when you have Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin. You get 17 points in the fourth quarter when you need 17 points in the fourth quarter to win. And Mike said it best. You don't have to feel sorry for the Jets fans because, to be totally honest with you, Mike, we disrespect, and not us on this show, but yeah, us on the show, as others, the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Knicks, and the New York Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973. The Dallas Cowboys, I stuck up for you the other day, man, Mike. You wasn't here. Me and Arabia got into it. Me and her got the fuck into it. Yeah, we got into it because she sit there and tell me how Cowboys ain't doing this and Cowboys ain't doing that, and Jerry Jones this, Jerry Jones that. Now, they got to remind you, I'm fresh off the documentary. So you know how I'm feeling. Right. I'm like, yo, stop acting like y'all the creme de la creme of the league. Y'all ain't won a Super Bowl since 1991. So Dallas got more recent Super Bowls than you got. They won 3 Super Bowls since the last time y'all won a Super Bowl. Well, the organization with this.
And that slipped her mind.
Yeah. And she talking about, well, the organization would make a move. I said, no, stop with the organization shit, because the nigga took $180 million and flipped it to $13 billion. Yeah, I'm taking quantity. Y'all taking quantity over quality, Cam. And I said, well, listen, check this out, Arabia. I'll tell you this much. Y'all just got new owners. Y'all had a mouse in the house because Dan Snyder was a pervert. He's in there groping and doing everything else he wanted to do up in that organization. And now y'all got a new owner for the last 2 years. And now the organization is the creme de la creme. Nah, y'all had a mouse in the house and he was a pervert at that. So stop acting like they doing crazy shit over there at the Cowboys. I had your back, man. I just wanted to let you know that.
Hey, you should have did what Mays did to me when he just threw it back on me. You should have said, hey, Daniel Snyder. He was after quantity and not quality. Yeah. He was after everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm going to leave that alone. It's already got enough of my own issues. You know what I mean? At least
I'll just let you know I was sticking up for you. But the reason I brought all that up anyway is to bring up the point that we talk about the Cowboys, we talk about the Knicks and these organizations. The Jets ain't win since Joe Cool, since the 60s. So don't feel bad for them. This was been going on for 82 years with the Jets, my
They
nigga.
had leather helmets.
Yeah, they had leather helmets on the last time that they won. Joe Cool was down there with the fur on Broadway. Listen, man, the Jets, this is what the Jets do. The Jets have not won. They had probably, as much as we diss all these organizations, the Jets ain't won nothing since 69, bro. I think that's the year after Martin Luther King died.
I wanted. Now, I was torn tonight, though, because it was Aaron Glenn's debut. And then you got Mike Tomlin over there for the first time with his quarterback. And you guys are right, man. Justin Fields played, I thought, a hell of a game. I thought he played a hell of a game. And you could see where you give that time. You could see where he looks much more mature on the football field. When you remember what he looked like in Chicago? And now what he looks like here, he looks like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. I belong in this league. I think he'll do some good things in New York.
Yeah, sometimes everybody's not going to come out the gate and be that type of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he looked really, really good. And it was a shootout, man. It was really a shootout. So.
You know, shout out to the Jets, shout out Justin Field, but it's not about them. It's literally about the Steelers, y'all. This is my terrible towel. It's pink. I'm going to keep it cute because it's the first game. We get it. I'm going to lay it there. Cam said last week, he said, the thing about football fans, they have the whole week to bask in our glory. So I'm going to take that right now because, yes, I know last season I was saying a lot about Aaron Rodgers. Game
last
one,
season,
I feel good.
Seasons. Last season, you've been dissing Aaron Rodgers. You've been dissing Aaron Rodgers for years.
Now, I feel great, okay? 4 touchdown passes, and we even had some really great offseason pickups with Jonnu Smith, Jalen Ramsey with the hit against Garrett Wilson. So we're in a good little situation. Our defense was a little slow. We have some things to work on, but it's great. So I have the whole week to be happy. Sorry, Mike. Sorry, Mace. Y'all teams didn't win, so I got this today.
That was the only person on the show saying, we do not want Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers
for 2 years straight.
Yo, Mike.
Matter of fact,
Today is a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day.
3 years.
It's a fact. And not only that, your terrible towel ain't even the right color.
Yes, it's pink because it's my favorite color. Special edition.
It's like my towel. Yeah.
No, it's not. I got it at Pittsburgh. Like, I got it
It's a knockoff.
No, it's not. I got it at the stadium.
What did the tag say?
From the stadium. Special edition. It's pink because that's my favorite color.
You know, on 125th, they got the tags like that.
Well, I wasn't over there. I got it at the stadium. My dad got the color one. So, yes, I'm going to take the week to be happy. Sorry for y'all, but this is mine.
My team won this week, too.
Okay, yeah, yours did, too.
My team won.
I can't be mad at that. Yours did, too. But, yes, I brought the towel because,
Mike, this is wow.
See y'all for the next game. Okay, so now let's get into the Falcons. So it was a tough loss for them. The BUCS beat the Falcons 23-20 in Atlanta. Mike, what did you think of this outcome?
Well, I like what I saw and with Atlanta also. I thought that was a great game. I think experience wins this game. But that Atlanta group, that talent, young group of guys they have, man, you give them, I say give them this year to play together, and then watch as they come on starting next year in a big way. But it'd be interesting to see also what happens with Tampa this year and what Baker Mayfield, how far he can take them.
Yeah, I'm never happy when Atlanta lose, but they lost to, a Florida team. I got to go with that at this point, I saw a few of the guys while we was, going to the game. And it just looked like that Tampa Bay is going to be a better team. They're going to be a better team. I think last year they came short. I think this year they get a little further than before. I don't have much to say about Tampa Bay.
I think that this was, like I said, this was my second favorite game of the day.
Right.
We actually seen, you sit there and think about Baker Mayfield, right? He's this arrogant kid coming out of college. He gets drafted. He thinks he's going to be that nigga. He's getting commercials, so on and so forth. And the NFL humbled the shit out that motherfucker. The NFL will humble you, man. And that's why, not to jump from one person to the next, but think about this, man. If he didn't get the right opportunity, not talking about Baker Mayfield, I'm talking about somebody like Geno Smith. You thought it was over for Geno Smith for a minute, man. If he didn't get that opportunity in Seattle, we may be like, what the fuck happened to Geno Smith? You know what I'm saying? And he played great in Seattle, and now he's with the Raiders.
Sam Darnold's another one.
Sam Darnold, another one, absolutely. Daniel Jones looked decent today.
Daniel Jones looked great.
Daniel Jones looked great today in Indianapolis. So sometimes it's about having the right situation. And it looked really bad for Baker Mayfield at one particular point. And now that he's in Tampa, some people are labeling him a top 5 quarterback. And he grew out of all the childhood shit, not childhood, childish things he used to do, because it's young and you're arrogant and you're used to winning, and then you get humble. You're like, oh, let me just win these games, keep my head down, and go to the podium and talk properly and let my play speak for itself. And I think that's what he's been doing the last 2 seasons, especially since he's been at Tampa Bay. It doesn't hurt having fucking Mike Evans as your main target, and Sterling Shepard and these guys, and I think they play really good. But I'm also not really mad at Penix either. You got to realize Penix didn't start last season. Penix came in right before the right before the playoffs started. Right. And everybody's like, yo, what the fuck are they doing? They putting Penix in right before the playoffs, and he played pretty decent. But I think that he had a decent game as well. That's why I said both these teams play really great. Not just this game, but San Francisco game, Seattle game, a lot of the Cincinnati, Cleveland game, special teams, man. Special teams, missing extra points, missing field goals. These kickers, as much as I hear these football players talking about, they don't even practice with us. They got their own field. They just be down there kicking. Cities are dependent on these niggas' foot. Cities are dependent on y'all niggas' foot, bro. And these niggas be letting cities down. Yeah. So at the end of the day, man, we'll sit there and say, yo, Baker played good, or Penix played good, or Josh Allen played good, or fucking Joe Burrow played good, or what's my nigga out there in fucking San Francisco? Quarterback, I don't know what I'm trying. Brock Purdy played good. I thought the fucking 49ers field goal was point shaving today. His day kicker, Moody. I spoke to some 49ers fans last night. They said, Cam, your show's powerful enough. Start the petition to get them the fuck out of here, man. We don't know what the fuck he was doing. Special teams is really important. You can sit there and have the best game, quarterbacking, running, defense, or whatever. These missed points and missed field goals mean a lot in these games, and a lot of games yesterday came down to that. If not came down to it, it was part of the score and the result at the end of the game. But shout out to Penix. They put on a good performance, especially this is his first starting gig at the beginning of the season. Baker Mayfield kept his cool, and they ended up winning the game. But I thought these got to realize this is the division game as well. So we'll see what happens when they play again. But I thought this was a great game yesterday.
Wait, Stat, before you go on.
One last thing for y'all, man. One last thing, because I know you boys, y'all New Yorkers. You New Yorkers, y'all funny, boy. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. You know, so I get Cleveland. That's a dump, and it's still been hard to get Cleveland right. Way before Baker got there, long after Baker left. Mm-hmm. But all them other quarterbacks you talked about, man, that was all of New York destroying them boys. Y'all, that was nothing but New York. Geno, Sam Darnold. Those boys could play. They had talent, but New York is impatient, and they the worst people in the world.
Daniel Jones, too.
You know, over and over again. They won't even give you time to learn and grow. They want you right now. Forget about it. The worst thing in the world. Put it all on New York.
Yeah, but y'all
get out of New York.
Wasn't you? I think it was you and Cam that said a quarterback name can be Daniel. Was that you, Cam?
Yeah, I said that.
All right.
Yeah, I said that. I meant in New York.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what I meant.
I'm just holding everybody accountable, Mike.
I did say that. I said a quarterback, if his name is Daniel, it's not going to work in New York. It's just not.
Yeah, you did say
that. But listen, let's be fair. I know what you're saying because I was saying how Daniel played good today. But let's not act like the defense for Indianapolis didn't help out either, man. They was capitalizing off them turnovers as well. So, but Mike, you made a great point. New York, but you got to think about this as well.
New York ain't got the patience.
New York doesn't have the patience, but it's not just for the players. The coaches get threatened too. We'll fire the GMs get threatened. Everybody, their job is on the line. Everybody get threatened. Now we got to think of
song like if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
That's the truth to that.
Yeah. Now,
so what have you done for us lately, State?
Yeah. Now think about it though. You know, that's why we was talking about Archie, because Eli came and gave Tom Brady two of them losses in them Super Bowls now. So Eli got two Super Bowls in New York City. But you know what? One thing, Mike, one thing I said about this, I live, you know, the stadium is not really in New York, it's in New Jersey. I didn't used to live too far from there or whatever, but it's still New York. And shout out to New Jersey too, because New Jersey claimed the Giants more than New York, if you ask my opinion. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. Eli played there close to 20 years. You ain't bumping the Eli at a gas station, never. You ain't busting him at a Wendy's. You ain't see him at a restaurant. I didn't know if they had a secret tunnel for that nigga to get out, because you bumping everybody. You see Michael Strahan here by accident. You know what I'm saying? You might bump into Carl Anthony Towns here or there. You did not, 15, 16, 17, however many years he played, you never see Eli anywhere, and that's what matters. Just keep your head down, stay out the way, go to practice and show up to work. I just spoke to a friend of mine, Mike. I promise you, I tell you no lie. He said he just moved to Dallas. He said, yo, man, call Mike and see what's up with them tickets, man. I said, yo, listen, man. I ain't got time for all that. I could point you in the right direction where his restaurant is. Go out there and support him. I'm not calling Mike for some motherfucking tickets, because if I call Mike for some tickets, it's not going to be for you. Yo, you can't do that for me? Yo, listen, man. Back in the days, I seen Mike in Club Bentley. I tried to go to the bathroom. His security said I couldn't go to the bathroom. I said, I just want to use the payphone. Mike come out the bathroom. Ooh, I can't tell you what he came out that bathroom with. But he's cool as a motherfucker, man. He walked out with them drinks and asked me if I wanted a drink. He said he would buy me a drink and all type of shit. I know you don't remember, but just ask him. He a cool-ass nigga. I said, see? Mike is one of the few players that you could see out and they still win. Yeah. a lot of players need to just tuck their head in and go out. But he gave me a whole spill about how he seen you in Club Bentley and everything else. Mike, you're one of the few.
Let him ride the game with me more. One of the games. Let him go to the game with me so he can report back. How things really are in Irvin, Texas, if you know what I mean. He'll let you know.
Coach Dave. Coach Dave.
I'll let him ride with me personally.
In Irvin, Texas.
Park right on next to Jerry Jones. We're going to get on out right there.
Coach Dave, I asked for you. You heard what you said. This is since Club Bentley. So Coach Dave, he used to be my basketball coach. Coach Dave, I asked for you. Mike said one game, he'll let you ride out.
Bring him through.
And he said they parked by Jerry Jones.
Seriously.
All right.
I'm saying that for real, Kel.
No, I'm serious. He moves there Friday. I let him get settled in. You know what? When you get back from Vegas, we'll figure the season just started. We'll figure it out one of them games.
We'll talk to it. We're gonna be together in Vegas now. I'm setting that up. We're gonna do that.
All right, Coach Dave, I asked for you. All right, there you go.
Okay, y'all. Well, that is all the time that we have for today. Mike, it was a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to see you guys always. And we had a good week. Good week one. Yeah. We had good football for week one. Usually you see more sloppy football. We had some very good week one football. I can only imagine where it goes from here.
Yeah. It was really good, man.
For sure. And real quick for the record, Mace, the tag definitely says officially licensed. So, because I was like, wait, we not going to do that. This ain't no fake nothing.
My good show,
My good show, Mike.
I'm leaving, man.
Thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.